Alright, hey guys, thank you for checking out my channel. I'm gonna give you guys a Ghostrick deck profile today. Ghostricks are a archetype that focuses on keeping things face down and flipping themselves face down. Right now, there are two viable builds for Ghostricks. One of them is where you keep everything face down, and the other one's where you keep their stuff face down. The upside to the first one is that it's pretty consistent. You can make sure everything's face down as much as you want, and on your turn you can attack over their stuff if you keep their things face down. This is a little less consistent, but it's a lot more powerful. You actually lock down their entire field. You make sure everything's flipped face down. When they summon things, it stays face down, and they're not able to flip summon. And then you just attack over their face down cards with Ghostrick Mansion. So, without further ado, let's get into the profile. So we'll start off with monsters, just like every single deck profile on YouTube. I run 3 Jiangxis. He is the most amazing card. He searches out all your Ghostrick cards when he flips face up, and then he flips himself back face down. So you can do it all over again. He's like the Geargi armor of the deck, except people don't hate him as much. 3 Ghostrick Spectres. He is the draw engine. There's a really simple combo with these two cards. What you do, if you had Ghostrick Jiangxi here, set, and they attack him, you flip him up, you search out Spectre, put Spectre in your hand, he dies. When he's destroyed, Spectre special summons himself and you draw a card. It's a really simple, like, really basic Ghostrick combo. Like, nets you a card and a special summon. So then you run 3 Ghostrick Lanterns. Lantern is the stall card of the deck. You special summon a face down, negate an attack if they hit you, if they attack you directly or attack any of your Ghostrick monsters. I run 2 Ghostrick Marys because in this build, after a little while, they won't be able to attack directly, so you won't actually use these cards anymore. So 3 gets cloggy. 2 Jack Frosts for the same reason. He only works if they attack you directly. They won't attack you directly after a while because of the way the deck works. But they flip a card face down, which helps you actually get that lock in place. Then this is a card that not a lot of decks run. I run 3 Neko Musumes. She's Ghostrick Catgirl. She says if I have another Ghostrick card on my field, monster on my field, whenever my opponent summons a card that's level 4 or higher, it instantly gets flipped face down. This is part of the lock. She's essential. That's why I run her at 3. Then I run 2 Ghostrick Steins to search out spell and traps. I run 2 Ghostrick Ghouls to make my cards really, really big. He makes monsters just humongous. Huge. And then because everything in the deck is a Dark Arm Dragon, it's worth it to have that dead card in hand late game, because on the games that you draw him early, you're basically a god. So on to spells. 3 Swords of Concealing Light. This card sets up your lock, flips all their cards face down. And if you need, it gives you some time to pull all the cards you need together. This is part of your win condition, Ghostrick Mansion. Run at 3 because you want it every game, all the time. Face down monsters cannot be attacked, and if all face down monsters are attacked, you are able to attack directly. And damage dealt by non-Ghostrick monsters is dealt at half damage. Ghostrick Parade, where you are not allowed to deal damage, but whenever your opponent declares an attack, very important that this declares an attack, you get to search for any card you want, any Ghostrick card. It's the greatest search card ever. Let's say you had a Jack Frost in your hand. They attack you directly. You search for Mansion because that's what you need right now, and then you just negate with Jack Frost, and you just plus. Recurring Nightmare because it's a really easy +1 because a lot of cards have 0 defense and everything's dark, and then gives you a little bit of graveyard manipulation when working with Dark Arm Dragon. 1 Pot of Duality. I might switch this for a Recurring Nightmare. It's just a little teeny bit of consistency added in there. And then 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. Yep. Because Royal Decree really hurts. Onto traps. 2 Ghostrick Knight. This card says your opponent's monsters cannot be flip summoned, and if this card is destroyed anywhere in your possession, your opponent cannot declare attacks for the rest of the turn. I only run this at 2 because the deck is really tight on space, and once you get it off correctly, you're pretty much set like for the rest of the game, and the XCs, all the floaters, can return this to your hand. Ghostrick Scare. It's like a mass Book of Moon. You flip your Ghostricks face up, you flip their cards face down. Really simple, really useful. Vanish, basically negate, like it prevents destruction for all of your Ghostrick cards. So if someone MSTs your field spell, vanish. If someone plays Dark Hole, vanish. If someone torrentials, vanish. Easy stuff. 1 Ghostrick around. It's a nice card. You flip your things face up, you flip theirs things face up, face down. Once per turn during the battle phase. It's a continuous trap. It's really annoying to have it just be there. And then 1 Solemn Warning because the card is just way too good. Right? That's the main deck. So, to the extra deck. It's a full 15 card extra deck. Use most of the cards, I would say. 1 Ghostrick alucard. It has to be in Ultimate Rare. Very important. Yeah, so he pops face down cards. He's a floater for Ghostricks. I believe when he's out, they can't target any of the Ghostricks for attacks. I mean, it's a great deck. A lot of decks run it, actually. Then you run 3 Ghostrick Dullahands, which is the actual boss of Ghostrick. This card puts in so much work. It just punches really hard. It gets 200 for every Ghostrick card on the field, including itself. And then if you bump it up with Ghoul, it can become easily like 4k and just run. And then you detach once per turn during either player's turn and target one of their monsters and cut their attack in half. I run 1 of the new XCs. I never really go into it because I only run 3 level 2s. But she's okay. She's pretty good. Effect's okay. Leviathan Dragon because it's a solid 3. Sandmanes because it's a solid 3. Equipped Engineer because it's a solid 3. Downerd Magician because if any of your XCs get Fiendish Chain or they run out of material or you just really need a Downerd Magician, she's right there for you. Piercing damage, easy to bring out. Fortune Tune. She's really useful in this deck because she recycles your level 3s. When she dies, you shuffle 2 level 3s in your graveyard back into your deck. And during your standby phase, you gain 500 health. And if she would be destroyed, you just detach 1, and she's not destroyed, just like Zen means. Number 54, Lionheart, because you can easily get 3 level 1s down with Lantern and Spectre and all those cards. Number 13 and 31, because just as easily as you can get 3, you can get 4. 4 level 1s out. It's nice. And then 2 Slacker Magicians for stall, so you can draw into your things. I don't really like these, but they come in handy when they come in handy. And yeah, that's the deck profile. The lock is when you have Night Out. You could have Mansion is your win con, but it's not really part of the lock. You have Swords Against Sealing Light in hand, or it's already in play. You have Nekamusune and any other Ghostrick monster. Preferably Dullahan. Then your opponent can't play anything higher than level 4 without getting it locked. They can't flip summon, and you just keep punching them really hard until they die. And you can punch over their face downs with this. And yeah, that's the deck. I hope you liked it. It's a really fun deck. It's definitely nowhere near tier 1. But it's upper tier 3, I would say. It's a lot of fun, and Ghostricks are notoriously cheap. Yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.